Hey guys, it's Barb with Inspire Me 360, and in this video I want to talk about not taking action that is basically created through the energy of fear. Now, we can look at this concept in, a number of different ways, but if we can look at it specifically through the lens of relationships or how we deal with others, a lot of times we will take up certain actions that we wouldn't normally do, or in desperation or haste or something of that nature, because we're coming from a place of fear. And when we take any action like this, it's not going to serve us, and it's actually going to create a domino effect of a negative residual output. And that's because the action is inspired by fear or low vibrational thought forms. So let me use an applicable answer to, or an applicable explanation to this. So let's say you are in the dating world and you like a particular individual, and maybe that individual isn't contacting you, or you're confused about what's going on in a relationship. Let's maybe say that you're actually dating multiple people, okay? Something of this nature. But again, in and of this energy, you are feeling insecure. You're feeling like you're not getting the attention that you need. You're not hearing from these individuals. So then you start taking action towards them out of fear and desperation. This doesn't actually have to be even a romantic relationship. This can be platonic relationships as well. So even friendships, when you're making friendships, or if you've had friendships for a long time. And when we start reaching out from this anxiety, this fear or depressed state, and essentially putting our energy out there into the world, it has a negative residual effect. It's not going to elicit the loving energy return or the mirroring effect that you're wanting, because you're seeing yourself in a state of lack. So you're seeing through your actions. So the expression through your actions is, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not, nobody is contacting me, or I'm not getting contact in the frequency that I would like to see it. So I'm going to, again, take an action, a desperate action, whether it be a text or sending, an inappropriate image of yourself, anything like this. And this is, again, what I would teach my son or daughter. Like, you don't want to send images of yourself to other people online without your clothes on. Like, that is an act of desperation. It's not taking your aura, the body that you've been given in this, it's not projecting an image of self-confidence and the fact that this knowingness and this internal strong knowingness that there is a sacredness about your energy. And so that's, again, why I think it's really important that we don't take these kind of sort of indiscriminate or almost desperate actions to try to get the attention of others. Because again, we can see the state of our world when individuals are doing these sort of unbalanced things to try to pull individuals or pull love into their life. It lowers the standards of humanity with every sort of notch that you go down in the descent of your own behavior or your own acclamation of what you are. I'm finding it difficult to find the actual words to explain this, but I think, again, it's pretty evident that our actions should not be inspired by any of these lower vibrational feelings of inadequacy that we have. The best thing to do is, if you're in a state of feeling inadequate or not feeling, good enough or beautiful enough or seen enough, that you actually go within, you start to work on things that you can do to build yourself up, not expecting that to come that self-love, you have to learn to generate your own self-love. And to align with that out manifestation of an incredibly beautiful, balanced life, you have to be balanced yourself on the inside. And what that means is that all of the actions that you take are not in desperation. You're not coming from a place of lack or unworthiness. I don't want to go on and on about this, but the other side of the coin is that in and of that, so if we're not taking action inspired by fear or this lack principle, then when we are taking action, that we are 100% confident in the things that we're doing, knowing that what we are sending out is a vibration of love and hope and kindness and forward momentum that helps as many people as possible, including the self. So those are the inspired actions that, again, we can release them with no worries because we understand and we're very calculated in what the energy we are sending out is. And one of the ways that I kind of do this or maneuver within my life's infrastructure is that if I'm in a really, really low mood, or if I just feel like I'm, not emitting a high vibrational frequency, I'm in kind of a zone, I actually pull myself away from others. Instead of bombarding the world with my low energy, I examine my low energy, I really dissect it and try to figure out what caused me to get into this state. And I really make sure that I don't vibrate or I don't lower the vibrations of others, that I don't project my low mood onto others. Again, I'm going to become a little bit more solitary in those moments. I'm going to really start to examine myself and try to figure out what caused me to feel insecure, what caused me to feel that, this frustration. And sometimes it's the outside world that is projecting negative energy onto me. But in that case, then I have to go back to my drawing board and say, what boundaries, what energetic boundaries am I not putting in place to protect against this? Who is in my, immediate field that isn't honoring my energy, that isn't really coming forward to me and showing up in a beautiful way? Because again, if there's people in your energy field that are really sucking your energy, it's not that they're bad people. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. They just haven't learned to really jump into their own journey and try to figure out how to balance that. And when you're in a really high vibrational state, this is the point where you can lift others up, and that is a beautiful energy. When you have the energy, you'll also know, you'll also 100% intuitively know when you are in this state of balance, and it's an honor. Then it becomes an honor, and you actually have almost this glow up from helping others. It actually feeds you when you see that their vibration is raising. It really makes you feel good because you know in this service to others path that you are helping others and that you're lifting them up. And by lifting up, the people that are around you, and not just people, this can be all life forms. I don't want to just teach this principle in regards to specifically human beings. We live on a planet that is interconnected with a beautiful array of this creative creation energy. So we can apply this principle to each and every beautiful manifestation that is a life form here on planet Earth. And so what is the fundamentals behind what I'm trying to say here? Surrender, okay? Surrender to the process. Let it go. Trust that there is a higher power and a higher knowledge behind all of this, and don't take action from fear. When we trust, when we walk in faith, we can allow things to unfold the way they're going to unfold. Trust in our good behavior, trust in the goodness that we are bringing forward, and then let the pieces fall where they're going to fall. That is the mystery of life. That is the beauty of the journey. We don't have ultimate control, but that's a good thing. we are joined with divine mind when we choose to join with divine mind. And through that process, there is this out manifestation of more beauty and more intricacy and synergy than you could ever imagine. That is the awe-inspiring aspects of living a human life. But you have to let go. You have to stop living in fear and worry and spinning these negative thoughts inside of your head, because again, that's what keeps you in a low vibration. That's what keeps the things that you are experiencing in your outside world. It's what allows the chaos to exist. Is when we are internally existing in this chaos, we don't allow the beauty of these high vibrational manifestations. So we have to surrender, we have to let go, we have to understand that we cannot just lean on our own secular internal thinking. We have to be able to lean into the universe, trust the universe, trust that the universe is taking our most beautiful visions, our most beautiful dreams, and assembling things to roll out, in a sense, in a way that is so magical and beautiful. We can't really even put it into words, but you will never get to that unveiling of this beautiful life if you don't raise your vibration, if you don't walk in faith. This is what every single religion has ever tried to teach. But again, there is a little bit of distortion in these teachings, a little bit of darkness sometimes that are thrown in, and it is confusing. So I certainly don't expect people to just get it via some of the teachings that have been presented, because they've been presented through a lens of an economic system, a political system, a monarchy system that is still in that lower vibrational state and still trying to control others. And any kind of control energy, any kind of dominant energy is a fear-based energy. It's actually sort of an oxymoron in a sense that which is trying to control and that which is expelling or projecting fear is actually the most fearful. And again, it's when you really understand it from that aspect, you can take compassion for that fearful energy that is trying to control and dominate. It comes from a very broken place. I'm not saying that you have to, get to the finish line of loving your enemies, right away, but at least start to open your mind to this concept that the most broken individuals are the most fearful individuals. They utilize control, they utilize violence, they utilize all of these things because they are absolutely residing in this extreme density of extreme lack, extreme fear, extreme vibration to hold that amount of darkness within one's aura. So again, let's go back to trying to figure out how to not take action through fear. This is something that you can do in your daily life through all of the output of your actions, to just come from the highest vibrational calibration you can muster in the moment, and then really applaud yourself, really give yourself a pat on the back because you are trying, you're doing it. If you fail a little bit, jump back on that horse, try again, don't get overwhelmed. I'm gonna wrap this video up because I have a few more that I have to make, but thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope that some of these principles are helping you in terms of creating the most beautiful life that you can absolutely imagine, and I will see you in the next video.